Hello, I'm Chrissy, and today we will talk about present tense in German, and this is called Präsens. Okay, let's get started. So, the first thing we will talk about is about the use. You can talk about general valid facts in German, like for example, wir leben im 21. Jahrhundert. Or actions that recur or that happen at the moment of speaking. For example, ich schreibe und spreche gerade. Or future actions that are planned and that will happen for sure. For example, heute Abend gehe ich ins Kino. Tonight I'm going to the cinema. You see, I already have a ticket, so that's for sure. Okay? And a small note from me, when using presence to express a future action, we have to mention a time expression for the future. So a key word is crucial here. For example, ich schreibe eine E-Mail. Then you understand that I'm doing this now, I'm writing now. But if I say morgen schreibe ich eine E-Mail, the word morgen says that I will write this tomorrow, not today. Let's look at the conjugation for the regular verbs in present. How we conjugate these verbs. You know that most of the verbs in German, they end by this suffix en. So we get rid of that and we add an ending depending on the pronoun we use or on the person we use. For example, you see here three groups. First example with kaufen. This means to buy something. Ich kaufe. Du kaufst. Sie es kauft. Wir kaufen. Ihr kauft. Sie kaufen. You see, sie es form and ihr form, they're always the same for the regular verbs. And wir and sie forms for plural, they're also the same. If you check the colors, they're also the same like the infinitive of the verb. You see here kaufen and wir kaufen, sie kaufen. That's again same form. Okay, small group of verbs that end, so the main part of these verbs, they end on D, T, M or N. Example here, arbeiten. What is the difference with kaufen? The difference comes in du and sie es forms. Du arbeitest. We put another e in front of st. Why? Because we can't really say du arbeitst, right? Or arbeitet. That's impossible. That's why you put another e. And so, ich arbeite, du arbeitest, sie es arbeitet, wir arbeiten, ihr arbeitet, sie arbeiten. All is the same like kaufen, beside this e in du and sie es forms. Okay, and last small group, these are the verbs whose main part ends on s, x, sz or z. Example here, reisen. Ich reise, du reist. You see here what is the difference? Comparing to kaufen, for example, you don't put st in du form, du reist, but only t, because this s is already there. And in this case, du reist and sie es reist become the same, right? Okay, let's go further and see what happens with the irregular verbs. In present, there are three small groups again. For the irregular here, the vowel of the main part of the verb changes. And what happens is that A goes to E, changes to E, like for example sprechen, and this happens in du form and as yes form only. Du sprichst, as yes spricht. Otherwise, it's the same like for the regular verbs. Ich spreche, but du sprichst, as yes spricht, and plural forms are regular, just like with the regular verbs. Below that, I have a few more verbs commonly used that are conjugated just like sprechen. For example, essen, geben, gelten, helfen, and so on. You can take a look and remember nehmen and werden. These two verbs were more irregular than the others, if I could put it like this, because they change a bit more their main part. Okay. Second group is when A changes to EA. For example, by lesen. With lesen, we have ich lese, and in second, third person, du liest, as yes, liest. Okay? Then plural forms are the same, like with the regular verbs. Third case is A changing to A umlaut. For example, fahren. Ich fahre, but du fährst. Er, sie, es fährt. Plural forms, again, the same like with the regular verbs. You see here plural forms, no matter if regular or irregular verb, they are always the same like for the rule with the regular. For the irregular verbs, you just remember what is the change in do and as yes forms. Okay? And let's see as last the verbs haben and sein. Haben, ich habe, du hast, er sie es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. And sein, ich bin, du bist, er sie es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. Here, no rules. They're totally irregular. I suggest that you learn them by heart because these are important verbs when we do the forms, when we build the forms for the past tense in German. Okay, I hope I was useful for you. If you like this video, like it and share it with as many friends as possible so I could reach as many people as possible. Thank you and bye.